Hey everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. So there's a lot of set photos and leaks that are being put online here from the Flash film that is coming out in 2022, and I believe that might have had something to do with the fact that David F. Sandberg has now released an official photo of the Shazam family costumes, suits, however you want to call it, for his film, because as he mentions in his Twitter feed here, he doesn't know how long he can keep the suits from leaking, so here's a pic that he took the other day. These look outstanding to me. I'm obviously a big fan of some of the stuff that DC has done. Obviously, there has been some missteps, but I think one of the things that went right was the original Shazam film that came out a few years ago. And these are upgraded suits, which kind of have a bit of a Kryptonian look to them. They've got this ribbing to them that they did not have before, which I think is a nice aesthetic that kind of gives it that otherworldly feel a little bit, even though, you know, they're obviously the powers are, you know, from Earth and things like that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this film. With Black Adam currently in production as well, which is about to wrap up, by the way. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson talks like they had like less than a few weeks to go. With that film coming out before Shazam: Fury of the Gods in 2022, with Shazam: Fury of the Gods coming out in 2023. I expect there to possibly be a little bit of story linkage between those two films, because Black Adam is the other version, the black character. We've got blue, purple, gray, red, a red female, and a green character here. And obviously Black Adam was the 7th of the Shazam family, I believe, in the lore and mythology here. And there was even a deleted scene in the original Shazam movie where these 6 were sitting on the thrones in the lair that they found. And there was a 7th throne that was vacant. That was the throne that belonged to, I believe, Black Adam. Which, of course, that scene was deleted from the film. But Black Adam was also, hinted at early on in that film. So we're going to get that origin as well. And I would still like to see Black Adam come into Shazam 3 or somehow get involved with Shazam at some point. And I would definitely want to see Black Adam go toe-to-toe with Henry Cavill's Superman if we could still somehow get that. Warner Brothers, are you listening? But as of these suits, though, I think they look great. Obviously, the Shazam himself, played by Zachary Levi, they've ditched the hood from the original film here. The capes are a little longer from the looks of things, and I just think they look great. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing where they go with this film, even though it doesn't sound like we're going to get Mark Strong back as Dr. Savannah. And, of course, Mr. Mind, I think, was the slug or the, caterpillar character at the end of that film that was teased in the end post-credit scene. It doesn't sound like we're getting them in this movie, but perhaps we could still see them in a third Shazam film or something like that going down the line. But we'll see what they do here. We also had a little bit more in regards to Shazam 2 that was revealed, and that revolved around Helen Mirren's character, and her costume was revealed due to leaked set photos that came out. So obviously David F. Sandberg was right about the costumes by getting ahead of it and putting out that picture. Obviously some stuff started to leak from his film as well. So this is the photos that we've got from that. And this is Helen Mirren, obviously in costume as Hespera, one of the daughters of Atlas in this movie. So it's good to see here. I think she looks great at this, clearly. I think she's pulling this, and she's pulling this off, and she's just absolutely rocking this costume. And, of course, this, I don't know if this is a scene or if this is just kind of, Zachary Levi, having lunch with Helen Mirren. I'm not sure on set, but it looks like it might be something comedic in regards, because, obviously Zachary Levi's character, Shazam, would probably want to go get a burger, So I'm assuming that's kind of what's going on here. But obviously I think she looks great, and I'm sure we're going to get more photos coming out eventually of Lucy Liu's character, who is a sister of Helen Mirren, and of course the recently cast Snow White herself, played by Rachel Zegler, is also a daughter of Atlas in this film. So there's going to be 3 sisters that are going to be, I believe, the central antagonists of the film. So obviously, I think all the things that are coming out about DC here are only going to be spelling good things for the franchise moving forward. I think that all the costumes look great. I think the stories that they're planning to tell sound very good. I know, again, I'm a DC defender here on YouTube. I will admit that they've had their missteps. You know, the theatrical cut of the Justice League, to Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad a little bit, even though I personally enjoyed all of them to a degree, even the theatrical cut of Justice League. However, I will say the Snyder cut is 10 times, 100 times better than the Joss Whedon version. It's just that I can understand why DC wouldn't want to follow through with that. I still hope we get to see Snyder's cut of his last 2 Justice League films at some point, whether that be in HBO Max form, comic books, animated, whatever it might be. I'd still like to see that, even though I have seen the storyboards, which he says he has changed since the time he released those and stuff. But I think where DC is going with Warner Brothers under their leadership right now, I think while they've had their troubles, I think that they've got a solid plan, trying to bring all these different universes, these multiverses together in the Flash film of 2022 and having them all coincide with everything that they're doing to be one singular story instead of story here, story here, story here, story here. Bringing them all together in one multiverse, something that Marvel is also doing that people are looking forward to. So I think it's just as fair to look forward to that in DC. And DC's been doing it for longer. They've had all these different movies and stuff that have not really had anything to do with the main DCEU timeline. And if you bring them all together, much like Marvel's going to do with like the old Spider-Mans and, you know, maybe Ghost Riders and Blade and things like that, if we start telling these stories that all the movies that have come from both comic book brands all count, they all exist in the multiverse that is being created here by all of these companies, I think these series could actually benefit from them greatly, and DC could have a very good plan moving forward. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about all the leaked photos and, of course, the photo of the Shazam family and their new costumes? Please comment down below. Let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content right here on this channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it